All right, we continue on in this book that we read, what is it? The Ebony Pictorial History of Black America. That's the book we're reading right now. Okay. All right. So these might set up laws, man, to stop Jake, man. They're watching Jake, man. Set up laws to stop Jake, man. Which, what does Kanye know, man? What does Kanye know? He don't read books. He don't know what's going on, man. And the mass of you Negroes don't know what's going on, man. You clueless about history, man. Right? Go ahead, bro.
These states passed laws which made it easy for blacks to re-enslave themselves.
Yeah, they passed laws for so-called blacks who was so-called free to re-enslave themselves, man. Okay? They set it up, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Ostensibly as a means of escaping the burdens of freedom.
Yeah. So, ostensibly, let me see. Ostensibly, as a means of escaping the burden. So they couldn't resolve the issue of them not getting themselves back in slavery, man. They couldn't resolve it, man. Even though they were so-called free, but they couldn't resolve it to where they could avoid going back into slavery, man. Okay? Ostensibly, right? Go ahead.
Tennessee passed such a law in 1857, and Texas, Louisiana, and Maryland followed in successive years.
Yeah. So the free men, in other words, had to go back in slavery, man, because of the laws, man. Because how they was trapping Jake up for when he labored and he did something, they was taking his substance and he couldn't do nothing but go back in slavery, man. Go ahead.
Few blacks took advantage of these laws. In 1859, Arkansas
that's where we at right now. Go ahead.
Went a step further and passed a law that required blacks to choose masters.
See?
Ooh, man.
See?
Are we free?
Nah.
No.
So you talking about a revolt, man. They had laws on the books, man. Okay? They had laws on the books down here in Arkansas. And what year?
1859.
1859. They had laws in Arkansas for you so-called Negroes to choose a master, man. You was not free. In 1859. Go ahead.
Who must give bond not to allow such Negroes to act as free.
That's all I wanted out of there, man. That's all I wanted out of there, man. That just goes to show you, man. You talking about a revolt, man? You out of your mind, man. You talking about Jake. It was a choice that Jake wanted to serve slavery, and they could have revolted and got out of it. Nah, man. Not the way this system is set up, man. Not the way it was set up, man. And then you had the Heavenly Father, which is our power against us, who caused us to be in slavery. Why? Because we broke the statute, laws, and commandments. You couldn't do nothing, man. You couldn't do nothing but suffer, and we still suffering to this day, man. So we going over here to Leviticus, right? Hold on. We going to Deuteronomy 28. Because Jake will forget, man. Jake will forget. Okay? This Deuteronomy 28, and matter of fact, look up the word, show you something, man. Show you how the Most High, how cold the Most High is, man. When you start looking at these words, man. Okay? To make sure that it stays up on us. Okay? It says, This Deuteronomy 28 and 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So them curses that's on the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans is gonna be on them for a sign and for a wonder. We're gonna look up that word wonder, man. We finna look it up, man, and see what that's dealing with, man. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 46. Both of them. Check it out. Deuteronomy 28 and 46. We finna go in the blue letter and look it up. We all going.
I'm going
moving.
Strong's dictionary.
Let's see who grab it first. We all going.
Wonder.
Right?
The word wonder.
We in Deuteronomy 28, right? What was it, 40, 46?
He probably showed you that video of her on the Tennessee Walk.
Right.
He was glorious.
We all looking at it. And it says, Deuteronomy 28 and 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. Now look up that word wonder right there. Right? It says wonder. Let me see, let the Monacaisa say it. Look up the word miracle. Or faith, right? That's how you say it. Wonder, sign, miracle. Portent. So, wonder as a special display of the Most High power. So, this wonder of these curses is a special display of the Most High's power, man. How we gonna break that? How? It's a special display of the Most High's power, man. That wonder. Now, when you look up the word miracle, in the etymology, it's a miracle, a wondrous work of the Most High, which is God there, okay? But it's a wondrous work of the power, man. How you gonna break these curses, man? Okay? How?
They're not of man.
They're not of man, man. They're not of man, man. This is the supreme power, man. It's not of man, man. How you gonna break it?
Okay.
It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, which it goes into that covenant, man. We didn't serve him like we were supposed to. Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed thee, and the Lord shall bring a nation against thee far, and from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle, flyeth. Now, what is it? The symbol of America. The eagle, man. It ain't no falcon. That's the Arab symbol. It's the eagle, man. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far and from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, man. We were speaking Hebrew, man. All you got to do is watch the movie Roots. Beat it out of Toby, man.
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah. Okay. We were speaking Hebrew, man. The Issachar wasn't speaking Spanish, okay? when they came over here, when the Spaniards came over here, they had translators. Okay, Columbus had translators on his ship, and then when Cortez ran across the Aztecs, when he came amongst them, he didn't understand their language, so he was writing down what they were saying the best way he could. And when they were saying Mexican, right? The Cortez them said Mexican, but the Aztecs, they were speaking Hebrew and they were saying a Mashiach. Okay, Cortez them put the word Mexican on the tribe of Issachar, but when they were saying a Mashiach, Cortez wrote down Mashika. So that's Hebrew, man. But the Aztecs, which are Issachar, okay, so-called Mexican, they were saying Mashiach, but Cortez done wrote down Mashika, okay? And that's why you get later translations of Mexicans, okay? But they were really saying they was anointed, man. Okay? So they were speaking Hebrew, man. Okay? So when this place was revived as the Roman Empire, where did it start? It started with Columbus, man. That's where it really started with. When you really examine it, started with Columbus, man. That devil was loose, man. Okay? Bugged out. Goddamn devil. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now that's twofold. Israel didn't understand Latin, because they're going back to the Roman Empire too, but Israel didn't understand Latin, man. Okay? They were speaking Hebrew, man. And then they were speaking some Greek. But then you had them Edomites, okay, which was the Romans speaking Latin, man. Okay? Israel didn't understand Latin, nor did they understand English up here. Nah, they were beating to them, man. They had to learn that, man. Which I don't know what this is, the language we speaking now. It's straight confusing. This ain't real English, man. This straight, I don't know what this is, man. You know, you go in dictionaries, man, and you look in the brackets, man, at certain words in the Webster Dictionary, certain words, you look in the brackets, man, you look up certain words, these languages go back to different languages, man. You might have Spanish, you might have French, you might have Greek, Italian, man, it ain't nothing but confusion, man. In the brackets, when you look in the dictionary, on the side, they tell you the origin of the language, man. I don't know what this is, man. Straight confusion, man. That's why it's called Babylon. It says, 50, a nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard a person of the old nor show favor to the young. Did they do that in slavery? They ain't show no favor, man. They were cutthroat. Okay? But guess what? It was a wonder from who? The Heavenly Father, to show his power to use Esau and put Esau over us because we broke the statute, laws, and commandments, man. And we can't get out of it, man. It says, a nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard a person of the old nor show favor to the young. There you go, man. Okay? So going back to Deuteronomy 28 and 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, meaning a long time. And we're gonna look up that word wonder again, man. It says, this is a Strong's Hebrew 4159, and when you go down, it said a wonder, a special display of power, of God's power, man. Meaning Yahawah's power, man. So Esau was the Most High army on the left-hand side to get who? Jacob. So how you gonna overthrow that, man? Then you got Romans 13th chapter, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get into that. real quick, then I'm going to jump back to Leviticus. Okay? Romans, the 13th chapter. What we get here? It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. What is that talking about? The higher power is the Most High. We, the Israelites, are subject to the Most High. Okay? For there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained by the Most High. YAHAWASHI. So, what it's saying is, the Most High set up the power on the earth, man. He set it up, man. Okay? I read that again. It says, this Romans 13 and 1, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. Now, going to show you, look at this Monte Kaiser coming back. Yeah.
Yes,
This Sirach 17 is 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion. Okay? So we belong to the Most High. Okay?
That's right.
Just said, let every soul be subject unto the high power. Who is the high power? The Heavenly Father. So we are under the rule of the Heavenly Father. Okay? Everybody else got a ruler set up over him. But Israel is the Lord's portion, the Most High portion. Okay? It said, for there is no power but of YAHAWASHI. The powers that be are ordained of YAHAWASHI. Now going back over here to Daniel. Now I'm gonna show you something. Daniel.
Damn, I got a little bit of damn.
I think it's Daniel's the 4th chapter. Set up the basis of men. He said this Daniel's Psalm 75 and 17. You got it. Psalm 75 and 17. This Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers. Who are the watchers? The prophets, men of Israel. And the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know. Who is the living? Still walking around, right? That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. Esau is a base man. Okay? That's what he is, man. So the Most High controls everything, man. So what you got in Psalms? Yeah, what you got right there?
This is Psalms 75, verse 7. But Yahawah, Bahasham Yahushai, is the judge. He put it down one.
All right, he put us down, man. He put us down because we transgressed the laws, man. Go ahead.
And set it up another.
He set up Esau. He set up Esau to show his power, man. Okay? But them curses is on us, man. That's why we couldn't revolt. That's why we couldn't rebel. That's why we couldn't overthrow these Edomites, man. We still can't do it. Okay? We gotta wait on YAHAWASHI, man. It said, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. Who is the higher power? The Heavenly Father. And who's subject unto the children of Israel? Okay? For there is no power but of YAHAWASHI. The powers that be are ordained of YAHAWASHI. And whosoever therefore resists, the power resists the ordinance of the Most High. And they that resist shall receive themselves damnation. So if you're trying to go against the government of Esau and try to overthrow it, you're going to get judged, man. With what? His blessing. And what is his blessing? The sword. Okay? So whose mission is it and who's supposed to overthrow Esau? YAHAWASHI, man. See? It says, for rulers are not a terror to good work. So we not out here in fear. Okay? We not out here in fear. That's why we teach the word in boldness. Okay? Because we're doing the will of the Heavenly Father. But somebody that call themselves serving the Heavenly Father and not in truth and sincerity and come out here trying to teach these words, hey man, they'll get ran off the block. Esau gonna come down on them, man. Okay? Because the Most High know who he set up to teach this word, man. Everybody, any and everybody can't come out here and do this. They'll get ran off the block. Okay? For the rulers are not a terror to good work, but to evil. Yeah, if we was up here selling dope or selling weed, we would show enough be off the block, because that's evil. But we teaching the word, and these people that's walking by and these people that's riding by, they can't figure it out. What are them guys doing over there? Why ain't nobody shut them down? It's ordained by the Heavenly Father. They're in the confused, they don't know what's going on. Okay? But if you get one of them fake pastors that come out here with them suits on, they'll get ran off the block, man. They'll get ran off, man, because they ain't right. Okay? For a ruler is not a terror of good works, but to do evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the power of the Most High who set Esau up, because he's going to use him as a whooping stick. Okay? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is a minister of the Most High. He's a servant. So Esau's a servant of the Most High for a whooping stick. Okay? To thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. He don't got it for nothing. You see what you got, man? So Kanye West talking about why wasn't it was a revolt? You got Negroes couldn't even get weapons, man, back then. You had Israelites that wasn't allowed to get weapons. And what was Esau's blessing? The sword. So how the hell you gonna go to war with him and you can't even get no weapon, and you going to war with somebody the Most High set up and his blessing is the sword? You are sick up. You see the stupidity? You see the stupidity of these people in the world, man?